wants Air India to get back in shape and within a specific deadline. That's because it plans to list the Maharaja on stock exchanges. Ahead of his board meeting tomorrow, Ganpati Subramaniam and Abhishek Gupta report on how this turnaround will exactly come about.
The government wants to see its Maharaja in good health, and it's set a deadline of 2013 for Air India to get back into shape. There is a reason for the deadline. A healthy Air India will then be listed in the stock market through an IPO. But a complete makeover will need lots of cash and a clear roadmap.
The debt is so high that majority of the money which is sort of coming in right now gets in paying off the interests. They also need to make the merged airline efficient so that any new equity infusion which does happen does only contribute to the payment of the plane.
The government plans to pump in 800 crore rupees into Air India in January, but that could still be peanuts. Much more might be needed, but how much more? To get a handle on that, the government is roping in consultant Booz & Company to suggest ways to streamline operations, and Rothschild to restructure Air India's finances and debt. Abhishek Gupta and Ganpati Subramaniam, ET Now, New Delhi.
The other big story.
Difficult to make profit margins for the small-time players in our industry.
Well, any other expansion plans that you may have, or do you think that under such circumstances expansion plans are not a good way?
No, as far as Apollo is concerned, we've consistently been growing at a rate of nearly 18 to 19%. In October, November, I've seen a growth of nearly 28% in our commercial vehicles in the replacement market, and OEs are also increased by nearly 200% if I see year-on-year growth. Cars are increasing at 30% growth rate. So Apollo has been doing fairly well. In Q2, we had a profit margin of nearly 16.5%. I feel that this will take a dip in Q3, but I'm a very optimistic guy. Right. We are putting up capex as we speak of nearly 2,000 crores in Chennai, which is for a brand new truck bus radial greenfield project. It's going to be state of the art. So we are going to continue with that because we see a surge in demand as far as truck radials are concerned.
Right. Rich, just wanted to get a question, and perhaps to just put this in simple perspective. At 150 rupees, how much of your input costs, what percentage of your sales price is this? I'm just trying to figure out if you're even able to cover variable costs at that point, or really it's completely unviable to be running. And if that's the case, Neeraj, you know you're in a very volatile business. What's Apollo Tyres thinking to kind of, cushion this effect?
Well, Ashi, off the hand, I'll say that you would need to look at a double-digit increase of your tire prices to go up by if natural rubber goes up to 150. And Apollo today is looking at a price increase. We will have to take those corrections because at these prices I cannot absorb these costs and I cannot let my shareholder value go down. So I am going to be looking at price increases. I think the price increase muscle is there, and we will try and see how we can really close the gap between our replacement market and
what is the big problem, the fact that they are not raising prices?
Well, I would not like to comment on that. I think everyone has their own strategy, and everyone has to go to their own destiny and create shareholder value as they can.
All right, Neeraj Kanwar, thank you very much for joining us with those details. So tire makers finding their margins squeezed because of soaring rubber prices. If we take a break.
Yep, and Sujana,